Hello, dear listeners. It is I, the Divine Miss Mims. Mame and I are taking 2 more weeks off. We apologize. But we did record something very special for you. A review of the holiday classic, A Muppet Christmas Carol. Listen and enjoy, and I hope you all have a Happy New Year. See you next week.
Last time on Mims and Mame.
I'm in chains. Baby, baby, I'm in chains.
And now, the conclusion.
Well, the fire's back up. Gonzo and Rizzo scale up the house, and there's a little comedy as they scaling up the house.
Mm-hmm.
They scale up the house, and it's 1:00. Gonzo screams out, "Expect the first ghost at the strike of 1," or something like that. And then a big old bright light appears, and the creepiest Muppet of all shows up. Oh, this Muppet gets me. I don't like this Muppet at all.
I have to say, one of the things I didn't appreciate until this particular, like having to look at this movie from we're going to have to talk about it later. I never really appreciated that the 3 spirits were just new. Like they were not related.
Yeah.
That kind of helped this movie even more, I feel like, because it was like we hadn't, like they were kind of creepy because they weren't the people we were used to.
Yeah. And this is definitely more modern, like puppeteering, very cool. Oh, did I ever tell you I know somebody who worked at Jim Henson Studios?
No.
Yeah, she's made Muppets.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So he touches her hand. They fly off into the light toward the past, and Gonzo takes a grappling hook and hitches on to Scrooge's leg and hits all of the trees and all of the
chimney
stacks on his way to the past.
So good.
Yeah, it really, really is. I did miss one thing with the Ghost Christmas Past, though. Carol Kane.
Oh, but I mean, that's like an iconic part. Yeah. I mean, that's like...
It's a toaster!
We should do Scrooge 1 year.
We should. It's so... Yeah. I mean, that said, after you get past Carol Kane's part, it does get very boring.
I don't know. I've always liked that movie a little bit.
I do too. I do too, but in the rewatch, I watched it. Have you watched it as an adult?
No.
Yeah. Carol Kane is great. And
gotcha.
It goes, oh, I'm still watching this. Especially with all the shit about Bill Murray now, it does kind of taint it a little.
Oh, yeah. It's tainted.
Mm-hmm.
Tainted Scrooge.
So we're in the past now. We're in Scrooge's childhood, and a cat attacks Rizzo. They run to the school, shut the door, and the cat hits the door and falls back, as cats do. We found out that baby Scrooge didn't like Christmas. He liked solitude and working. And he was a very lonely child.
Sad times.
Sad oldies. He slowly grows up in front of us. And then Sam the Eagle is his headmaster. And he's like, good job, Scrooge. You're getting ready to go Fozziwigs. And you are going to do a lot of internship in business. And you're going to learn a lot about business. And you're going to have fun in business. It is the American way, which Gonzo has to bring him over and go, the British way. It is the British way.
I love when he did that moment where he kind of looked around like, wait, what just happened? Who said that?
You know that if you ever meet a royal girl, we could be royals. You know that you are not to bow, correct?
I'm not to bow?
No.
Because I'm American?
Yes, Americans bow to no one. That is our tradition. We do not bow to anyone. No, like even if you were to meet the president of the United States, you do not bow to them. That is a American tradition. Canadians can bow, Australians can bow. We are expected to kind of bow.
So I should half bow because my dad's Canadian.
No, girl, you're not Canadian. You're American. You just stand there, look them straight in the eye, and shake their hand. Yep.
Just be like, hey.
Yeah. Kinda, yeah, you can do that.
What's up?
Sup, Harry?
Hey, Harry, how's it going? Nice.
I mean, he'd probably
nice ginger.
Oh God, he's the hot one.
I do. I think he's so attractive. I really do.
He really is. Until he gets that male pattern baldness going on, and that's.
He might not.
He already is.
Oh, is he? I haven't looked at him in a while.
Which I don't have a problem with bald men. It's bald men who bald like well, his father's probably not Charles. So tell me I'm lying.
I'm not saying a word. Otherwise,
who's supposedly his father?
That other dude, I can't remember his name. I could see his face in my head.
Sinatra?
No.
I know that's Ronan Farrow.
I was literally like, that's the Pharaoh guy.
That beautiful, beautiful elf of a man.
He does look like a Lord of the Rings elf. It's crazy. Yeah.
Do you think he's attractive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're now a little bit more in the future of the past future. And we're at Fozziwigs, which was Scrooge's first job. And it is the old rubber chicken factory. And so we're lighting the lamp. Gonzo's lighting the lamp, and he accidentally sets Rizzo on fire, and then he pushes him into a pot of ice. And then we're at the Christmas party. Girl, could you ever do this? I've made it a little bit too long. Could you ever do this?
Oh, that thing? Yeah.
Then you do that, and then
I mean, I haven't done it in decades, but yeah, we used to do that.
Yeah, that was what we learned at what was it called? Heritage Day?
Yep.
My heritage, not yours.
No. We never had that day.
Never. Well, girl, they did put a slave house out behind the thing at the Heritage Day site. They I wonder if they probably shouldn't they? That's complicated. That right there, complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, dear listeners, that was a tangent that I'm not going to go back on. So we're at Fozziwigs' Christmas party, girl, and the Marleys are there too, up in the corner, and Statler looks like Sonny Bono. Did you notice that with that black hair and the mustache? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Animal's over there playing the cymbal. With his eyes like half closed every single time. I also stand Animal as being one as a good Muppet to have as a favorite. I also stand Janice as being a good one to have. Oh God, Janice is probably the most underrated one.
Icon.
Dear listeners, if you don't know Janice, she's the hippie one with her eyes halfway closed. She's always a Muppet, or the hospital sketches.
Did that show ever come out? I didn't know that they had been working on like the Electric Mayhem group having our own TV show.
Yeah, they didn't.
Oh.
Yeah. I also like Rolf is another good one to have as your favorite.
Oh, Rolf. I think Rolf was like my favorite for a while because of Muppet Babies. Like he was just so so cute in that time period. So yeah.
Babies.
Yeah. I loved him.
Dreams dreams come true. Muppet Babies. Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love Muppet Babies.
My heart just went like,
Yeah. Yeah. Scooter and Skeeter.
Yeah.
That's true. That is one person who's missing from this. Scooter's not in this movie.
No, he's not.
That's fine.
Scooter didn't show up in some of these things more than the other characters.
Yeah, because he's not that funny.
He was kind of the straight guy.
Yeah, exactly. And you got your straight guy in Michael Caine.
Yeah.
So Scrooge shows Fozziwig the financials, and he's like, "This is Christmas. Get out of my way." And then Fozziwig introduced him to Belle, this beautiful young woman. Beautiful young woman. So now we're a little bit later, and we're walking through a park, and this is a deleted scene. This is a scene that Mame did not watch.
I didn't. I'm sorry.
It's okay. And we're sitting on a park bench, and there's young Scrooge and Belle. And Scrooge puts off his marriage for another year because he doesn't have enough money saved. And he's thinking about money. He's like, I'm doing it all for you. And he says, I love you, Belle. And she said, you did once. And we get to a song called The Love Is Gone. And it is her singing at him, breaking up. And Michael Caine, at the very end of this number, joins in behind her, and is bawling, singing the low part while this young woman is singing the high part. It is... So when I first watched this again, as an adult, I watched Disney did not have this version out. And I was like, there's something missing. I remember there being another song in my childhood. What is missing? What is missing? And I Googled it, and it was this, and Disney refused to put it out until it got to Disney Plus, and they were like, fine. But it to me, it makes the movie. Mame, if you go back and rewatch it, it'll be like, oh, this is childhood. This right here it feels right.
Yeah.
Like something between 5.5 and 7 inches. I'm talking about sandwich.
Yes, Louise. That was good. You got me. That was a good one.
Thank you. So Scrooge says, Spirit, I can bear no more. Take me home. And he's back at home. And he walks along, and we meet the ghost of Christmas Present. Now, Mame, here's a question for you. Here's a question for you. I'm going to pause it for just 1 second. Oh, all right. That's covered. I just caused Babe to lose herself a little bit. I had to tell her something very important. Yeah. Mame's still there. There we go.
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, that was too much for me.
You're welcome. So we meet the ghost of Christmas. Well, it's true, Mame. It's true.
I'm not saying that it's not true.
Is it true for you too? Is it true for you too?
I hadn't even thought about it. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I just don't know anymore.
I didn't keep record for the last 20 years.
Is that when they finally fell? Anyway, we're back at home. And the ghost of Christmas Present's there. He's very forgetful and very gregarious.
Yes.
And I love his design. He is there's a room full of food. He's like bearded and a giant, and like he looks like Dionysus or one of like a Greek god of plenty. Like
it's super nice.
And I probably, if he were a real man.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know.
Hey, would you?
No.
Why not? He's white.
Holy crap.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I didn't thank you. I have yet to do that on this podcast.
Oh, God. Well, it's Christmas Day, and he only lives for a day, basically, and he's had 1,800 of his brothers have gone before him.
Yep.
So we're walking along, and then we see the babies chorus, which are usually just, heads, and they're singing. It's hilarious, and they still get bonked to the head.
Still.
And we have a song that feels like Christmas. Scrooge wishes to see his friends so that he may find some merriment and happiness in this day.
Yes.
So we go to Fred's house first, and they're playing a game called Yes and No.
Oh my goodness, I love games at Christmas.
I know. Is that a thing that people do?
Apparently they did.
Do you play games?
In general, yeah.
It's a wicked game we play.
Somebody did that at karaoke recently. It was like the first time I'd heard somebody sing that song.
They have to be good to sing it.
They weren't.
These wicked games. You have to do it a little
like
bit
you said,
else.
they have to be. I'm like, that girl. Nobody has to be good at anything to do karaoke now.
So that's true. What was I saying about these wicked games we play? Oh, do you like board games?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not the biggest board game fan.
Oh, okay.
I can play cards. I can gamble. I can do that. I like Monopoly, like the worst board game ever. Oh, the Game of Life. I love the Game of Life. Have you ever played the Game of Life on your phone?
No.
Hunty.
You do know, like, there's like a lot more games now too, right? Like there's a lot more.
Girl, there was one time I was at this party. Let me paint a picture for you. This one time I was at this party, and I did not know many people there, and it was my husband's friends. So I was sitting down and I was drinking, and some people thought they were going to be very nice and like invite me to play a board game. Like, great, great. I'm gonna be stuck here playing this game with these assholes. So I'm like, okay. Now, my husband was not friends with these particular people who sat down to talk to me. Okay, let me be very clear on this. They were not in the friend group. I love these people. These were not in this friend group with their one pizza they decided to bring for a pizza party. Anyway, so we played this game, a very long game, because although I do not particularly care for board games, I am very competitive.
Yes, I know.
And it was a game of like, you build the railroads and you move the shit to the places, and I don't know what it was called. It was a German complicated ass board game. Hour and a half later, I did lose that game just because I was so over it.
Oh no.
It was one of those games I was like, oh no, I need to tap out of this because I just need to lose everything. But girl, it took me 45 minutes of the game to lose everything enough to lose. Because, they wouldn't just let you leave because board game people are board game people. And they want you to stay and finish it. Good. You've got to wait till you're out. You can't just give it up. Okay, fine. I do like Werewolf. Werewolf's a pretty fun game.
Werewolf is a super fun game.
But I like the one night only. One night only. It's all I have to give.
Thank you, Beyonce. Thank you for that moment, honey.
How did you know I was doing Beyonce's version?
I just could tell from the pauses.
It's because I don't have the best voice in the movie.
That too.
So, they play Yes or No, and what is an unwanted creature that's not a mouse or a cockroach? It's Ebenezer Scrooge. And Ebenezer's like, can we peace? So they go to the Cratchits. And we see Miss Piggy as Mrs. Cratchit.
Yes.
And she's baking a goose. Rizzo falls through the chimney as he smelled the goose and like gets on top of the goose and it's like hot feet, hot feet, hot feet, hot feet, hot feet as it's being spun. Bob and Tiny Tim, who's played by Robin Frog, are on their way home.
Oh,
they're singing a little song. And then
it's cute too.
It's cute. They get home, the goose is on the table, and Tiny Tim gets very excited and goes, the goose. And he starts hacking up a lung.
Consumption junction.
I Googled what Tiny Tim was thought to have.
Oh, okay.
And one of the things he was thought to have is something I did not even know existed.
Okay.
Spinal tuberculosis.
What?
Yes, apparently that's a thing.
What?
Yes. An infection so bad it goes to your spine.
Like literally, sometimes I think to myself, this world just wants us to all die.
It does. It does.
It just wants us to die. We're just a virus and it wants us gone.
Well, so they all get around the table and Bob gives cheers to Scrooge. And Miss Piggy's like, or Mrs. Cratch is like, I don't know why you're giving any kind of cheers to him. The whatever, he's the worst ever. And blah, 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 blah. If I had him here, I'd give him a piece of my mind.
She was not having it.
And Bob was like, the children. It's like, fine. And then Tiny Tim says, God bless us, everyone.
Because he's a good little guy.
And then there's an adorable song that's Robin's, that's Bless Us All. And the Scrooge turns to the spirit, who is looking very old now because he's nearly done. Like his time on this world is nearly an end. And he's like, well, does Tiny Tim live or die? And the spirit's like, I don't know. I can't see beyond today. I see shadows of the future without him there and a crutch by the door, but I can't say for certain. So they're in a graveyard as it passes, and the ghost of Christmas Present fades away in some 1990s sparkles. Yes, girl. Like
when that started happening, I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yes,
like the little things you don't even think about that cause something to be dated.
You know what I started thinking about at that point. Remember that picture I sent you of today's special? Yes. Dear listeners, there was the weirdest ass TV show back in the day, a Canadian kids TV show with a mannequin who came to life whenever he put on a little driving hat, a woman, and a mouse, and a security guard. Did the security guard know about the mannequin or not? I don't remember. I don't think he did, but I think that the mouse did.
Oh, the mouse.
Yeah, the little female mouse.
Yeah.
That weird ass mouse.
That was just a weird show altogether.
Yes,
though.
it was. Yes, it was. You know what I thought we should do a podcast of, but then I realized it was 5 seasons long.
Yeah.
Pee-wee's Playhouse. Did you know it lasted 5 seasons?
But was it like 5 complete seasons, or was it different because it was like children's shows?
Oh my God, if it's a children's show, that means there's even more episodes, girl.
Oh, that's true, actually.
Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Ugh.
Well, the ghost of Christmas Yet to Come's here. And he's death, but he's like, normally he's depicted with a shawl over his head and like a cryptic finger. They turn him into a giant with like this dark void for a face and like this shawls upon shawls upon shawls around him. I loved it. I love it too, in a way, but to me, the Ghost of Christmas Past is much scarier looking.
I mean, I guess so, but that's just a design thing more so.
Yeah. Creepy baby doll versus death.
Right. Oh, jeez.
Well, Gonzo and Rizzo are like, this part's too scary, y'all. We're peacing till the end of the movie. We'll see you at the finale. Like, which is hilarious. Hilarious.
I didn't think it was that scary looking.
No, but like they do talk about some very heavy things right now, right?
Yes, they do.
So we're on the street and they're talking about somebody who died, like the group of pigs. They're bankers, which is why their pigs are bankers, and they're talking about somebody who died who was, very tight with money,
yes,
and like didn't do anything good for anyone, and like just was a very bad person. No one knows what he did with all the money, and we then pan to a spider in like a back room where all of these poor people who robbed his house are selling the stuff. Like, but the stuff is not even good, right? It's like some fake mother of pearl cufflinks,
everything is cheap.
Yeah,
everything.
Some muslin drapes, a blanket that was still warm from his body, to which the spider says, "I'm not paying extra for his warmth." And the woman's like, "Well, that's the only warmth he ever gave." Read. Face crack.
By the way, that spider Muppet was scary.
You think so?
I mean, I was like, oh, I don't think I ever noticed it until this episode, that I was like, this guy is actually like kind of bothered me a little bit.
Every once in a while, Muppets can be a little freaky.
Yeah.
Now, girl, I don't know if you know this about the Muppets. This is just an aside. So Frank Oz, who is the voice of Miss Piggy, voice of Yoda, he used to make Yoda say the lewdest things back in the day.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You could Google and see some of the things he made Yoda say. It's very funny.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I kind of want somebody to make a dance remix of that now.
Well, what you should do is you should take it on February 9th to Thunderpuss and be like, hey, now, girl, do they live mix, or they put in a CD and hit play?
I can't remember.
Well, that's fine. Either way's fine. I
think they live mix though, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I mean,
they don't hit the CD, hit play, and do this.
No. They were actually like doing it. Like they had the headphones on, trying to like get stuff synced up and all that.
Okay, syncopation.
Syncopated rhythm got me understand. Syncopated rhythm.
So we're at the Cratchits now, and they're inside, and everybody's very sad. Miss Piggy's crying into her stew, because Tiny Tim is dead. Robin Frog is dead.
Yeah.
They put him in a grave that overlooks the ducks in the pond, because that's where he liked to sit and watch ducks in the pond. It's very, very sad. Like, this part is very, very sad.
Let us be very clear here. In the history of all of the Muppet stuff that we've ever watched, this is the most emotionally raw Kermit and Miss Piggy have ever been.
Oh, ever.
And it didn't even come off as like Muppets. Like, they were like, the voice actors were emoting properly and everything.
Yes.
It was a lot.
Yes. It was, this is a lot of things. So we're at the graveyard again, and Scrooge is like, I already know the answer, but whose grave was it they were talking about? And the Ghost of Christmas Future points at the gravestone for him to go, and he's like, well, but before I go, can I still change it? Is there time to change? There's always time to change. The ghost just points, and he looks at the gravestone, wipes it off, and it's his name.
Mm-hmm.
He starts crying and says he will make amends and treat every day like Christmas and live the truth. One thing I do like about the scene, in a lot of other versions of this, he falls into the grave, or he like falls into an abyss or something like that, and it's very horror. To me, the horror of this is not this, right? It's the they focus on the depression, not the horror. The horror's all at the Marley's point, and they drop it right then and just go to the sadness element, which I like. I find that more effective personally, but that's me.
Well, I mean, I think also when you think about just in general, right? Like, how far does a person really have to go to get it?
Yeah.
And for some, I mean, obviously in some of the productions, like, it's like, well, this isn't far enough. We got to put them in the grave. It's like, I mean, we just watched this dude go through a lot of like terrible things. And I think that for me, when they go this far, it's kind of making sure that we understand that, oh, wait, these people aren't monsters.
Yeah.
And I feel like when we get to the grave parts of it, it's almost like they're treating them like this. They're so monstrous that this is not everything else.
Yep.
Right. Because, you know, we've seen that in some of those productions where they get to the end and the person's so like, I do whatever. It's like, okay, fine. We're going to put you in a grave. I'm like,
yep.
Well, no. So I did. Because, I mean, he seemed after like the Christmas past, he already seemed kind of like, I think I've seen enough.
Yeah. I'm done. I'm tapped. We're good.
I'm good. I think I get it. We don't have to do the part 2 and 3. I'm fine. It's fine.
So we're back home, and Gonzo and Rizzo are like, hi guys, we're back. Scrooge opens the door and say, what's today? And Bean Bunny's down at the bottom. Well, it's Christmas Day. And he's like, here's somebody, go buy the prize turkey that's in the window, and here's extra shilling. I'll give you 5 extra shillings for doing that. Huzzah. So on the street, Scrooge wishes everybody Merry Christmas. He's trying to live in the moment and live truthfully. He donates to the charity and
sings a song.
Beaker is, well, the song comes next. First, Beaker gives him a gift of his.
I actually cried this time.
Of his scarf, yes. And he's like, Michael Caine's face of, oh my God, a gift for me? You care about me enough to give me something? Holy shit.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep. I mean, this was, whatever. I guess because I'm getting older. I don't know. But this time, when I like watched his face and everything, I was like, oh, here we go.
So Scrooge's song's A Thankful Heart. And like, we're panning around different places. Scrooge gets more and more people as he goes along. To follow him, he goes to Fred's. He gives him some gifts. Hugs. He goes to the Cratchits, and he like shoos everybody away, bangs on the door, and says, "Bob Cratchit, why weren't you at work today?" And like Miss Piggy comes out to read him, he's like, well, I'm going to give you a raise and pay for your mortgage. And he's like, what? He's like, well, do you mind if we come in with some food and like all of us celebrate? And he brings in a burden, which is a full uncooked turkey.
Like, I thought that too. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Once again, these are the things you don't think of until you're an adult, you know. And I did.
Look,
I was like, well,
a burden. I don't even know if our
Peter's gonna have to get back on that thing and turn that for how many hours?
I don't even know if that spit's big enough for him. Like, I was just like, a burden. Thank you. So we're back outside, and we're like, well, what happened to Tiny Tim? Rizzo asks, and he's like, Gonzo's, Tiny Tim, who did not die, by the way. What was you know, grew up to be a great man. God bless us, everyone has said. And then there's a line from the last song, "The love we found, we carry it with us, so we never are quite alone." Do 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 do.
Your rendition.
Do 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 do. Oh, Mame. I already know the answer to this. Did you like this movie?
I love this movie.
Did I even have to ask? Like, what? What? Of course.
There's something about, I don't know why it was this time watching it. It was just it's a really wonderful movie. Like, it is a wonderful movie.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because like we just recently like saw Michael Caine kind of like walking around and he's super old now. Like recently, that it's all just kind of having that feeling like, man, just there's a time capsule of not just like this, but just that time period of the 90s as well.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever watch Secondhand Lions?
Secondhand Lions? No.
It is Michael Caine, somebody else I can't remember, and Haley Joel Osment, where he's a teenager and he's like finding these old men who flew this who there's tall tales about as fighter pilots in World War One. It's actually a very good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but watch it be trash now. But I enjoyed it back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it.
Well, Mame, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you? I wouldn't do the full spiel because remember, things can change over time. So just say I'm your Auntie Mames and give them the website is what I would do.
Why don't you just do that for me since you just basically did half of it already?
Nah, it's better in your voice.
Yep. Hey, everybody, it's your Auntie Mame, your favorite relation. If you want to catch me in any of my little locales that I like to do, just go visit I'mYourAuntieMame.com. How about you, Mims?
Hey, y'all. I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at thedivinemissmims.com. Hey, Mame.
Yep.
Did you know that we have a podcast?
What?
That's right. You can... No, wait. I got it backwards. Hey, Mame. Did you know that we have a Patreon? That's right, Mame. If you go to patreon.com, Mims and Mame, you can throw somebody, hey, Mame, did you know that we have podcasts? That's right. We have Baking Sugar, our Designing Women podcast. You Slay Me, our Murder, She Wrote podcast. And we have Over the Moon, our Moonlighting podcast. And who knows, we may have more at this point. You can go to mimsandmame.com and find it all out. And Mame, you know what else is on mimsandmame.com? We have merchandise. That's right, Mame. If you go to mimsandmame.com, you could buy something. Hey, Mame.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I had a spiel and I had to keep going. Otherwise, I'd lose it. You know, once I start, can't stop. Hey, Mame.
Yep.
Do you know what I love?
You love a 5-star review.
Mame, I fucking love a 5-star review. Dear listeners, if you want to leave a 5-star review, it would mean a lot to me. It would mean a lot to her. It would mean a lot to the children.
Yes. those children.
Those children. Hey, Mame, did you know? Did you know? As I'm looking it up, that our dear listeners,
Why don't you put that on a Post-it note?
Which thing? Because I don't want to. Hey, Mame.
Every time we do it,
I'll just lose the fucking Post-it note, Mame. Look at you wearing a sport attire. You're wearing something by Adidas.
Oh, it's just the thing I found at like Marshall's for like $4, and I just sleep in it.
It's a good color on you. That orange is a good color.
Thank you.
Did you know our dear listeners can reach out and talk to us?
Say what?
That's right. They can send us an email at mimsandmame@gmail.com or a text at 704-380-0618.
Interesting.
Hey, Mame, do you have anything else to add?
No, just have a good holiday, everybody.
Then why don't you say good night, Mame?
And to all that are listening, good night, Mame.
Bye, y'all, and happy holidays!